We've got the National League Central taking on the East. Reds baseball as Cincinnati goes up against the Washington Nationals. Major League Baseball, live on 2K Sports.
On this Wednesday night, we welcome you. 2K, our MLB broadcast. Our star watch, Jason Worth. Able to contain him, you probably got a chance at a win. We'll see if they can do it. Everyone just settling in. National fans on hand. Starting on the mound today, Cin Vs Was. And Steve, as he faces these Cincinnati hitters, what do you think he's mainly concerned with?
At times, Cin Vs Was can be a one-pitch pitcher. That exceptional sinker ball can make him effective. When he's very effective, though, the slider comes into play. But he has to trust that slider and stay on top of it to get the break and depth that he wants.
Let's check out the lineup Dusty Baker's put together for this ball game. Now, John, anyone in particular we should keep an eye on?
Well, a guy that's always a focal point of the offense, that's Brandon Phillips. He can hit the ball of the ballpark, but he can also steal a base. And anytime you can bring those two qualities to your offense, you have a chance to put up.
And it's Drew Stubbs leading off the game.
For the Cincinnati Reds, center fielder, number 6, Drew Stubbs.
Sinker swung on, missed, 0-1. He's got a .296 career batting average against the Nationals. Here's the 0-1 from Wong. Sinker called strike, now 0-2.
I don't think he's going to waste any time right now. He's just going to go right at him with that 0-2 pitch.
The pitch. That misses at the shins, 1-2.
Wow, he had some good bite on that one right there, but the hitter wouldn't chase it.
The 1-2 pitch. You're out. Strike 3 swung on, Drew Stubbs, no contact.
With 2 strikes, the hitter wanted the fastball. He got it, but didn't do anything with it.
Now we'll take a quick look positionally on the field. This is how the Nationals look. John, keeping an eye on anyone?
Well, Ryan Zimmerman's turned himself into one of the better fielders in all of baseball. He has that great ability to go down the line, to make great strong throws to first base, to rob guys of doubles, and he can also charge the ball with the best of them. The complete package at third base.
Base is empty, 1 out. Renteria taking the called strike.
Now, to be successful, you've got to keep the ball in the ballpark, and to be successful, have hitters hit it on the ground. That's what his sinker ball does.
Cin Vs Was, he runs the count to 0-2. And that sinker ball will keep a pitcher out of trouble. Keep it out of the air, you got a chance to get out.
Well, it's all about movement. He's got great movement on that pitch.
Foul! It's hit foul by Renteria. Sinker swung on, missed. That's out number 2.
That's a pretty fast pitch right there, and hard to get that much break on it.
Fantastic piece of pitching to get that out, John.
Well, that's the part of pitching you love. He's looking for a fastball. He's expecting a fastball, and then just drop one right off the table. What a pitch.
And it's Joey Votto now. A lifetime .290 hitter against the Nationals. Fastball swung on and missed, 0-1.
Well, if you've done your homework, you know how you're going to attack this guy. You got to go with the slider here.
At the belt, Wong kicks, throws. And Joey Votto watches that one go by. Count is even.
The one thing we know is he's not going to take a borderline pitch at 1-1. He likes to swing the bat, so I'm not giving him anything too fine and see if I can't get him to hit into an easy out.
Towards center field. And there's Onkiel. He pulls it in for the 3rd out. And they are retired in short order. Good defensive half inning. And Mike Leake gets ready to do the tossing. He's starting for Cincinnati. So, Steve, what's in store for these Washington hitters from him today?
Such a great presence for such a young pitcher. Mike Leake jumped right to the major leagues and understands what it takes to be successful. The ability to throw multiple pitches any time in the count for strikes. You know, you don't see a presence like this in this kind of a young pitcher.
Goodbye, home run, and Washington's out in front. And they get the first run of the ball game. That solo shot, that is a big fly ball, 1-0.
Oh, it just barely got this thing started, and they're already up one.
Boy, if you're the leadoff guy, that's really something for the rest of the team to look at. You got to believe maybe this is an offensive day.
Now, the power hitters in the lineup coming up next are got to be saying to themselves, I want to get there quick.
Here's the lineup for the Nationals. So who are you looking at, John?
Well, one of my favorite players to watch is Ryan Zimmerman, a guy that can do everything on a baseball field except run. Not a great runner, but he can defend, he can hit the ball out of the ballpark, he can hit for the average, and he loves driving in those big runs in key situations.
Base is empty and no outs. Good pitch as he's late on that one. 0-1.
Well, that's a great pitch right there. That hard sinker. He just can't catch up.
Here's the pitch. Might leak quickly ahead on that pitch. It goes to 0-2. Swing and a liner to right center. And it's through into the gap. Should be extra bases. And he ends up at second. That's a double.
Well, this separates the men from the boys at the plate. 0-2 count, coming up with a big base hit.
You got to keep battling, and that's what he did, even though that pitch was away. And it's Ryan Zimmerman now. A very nice 3.08 career batting average for him against the Reds. Strike started off the at-bat 0-1.
Well, it looked like he was fooled. He wasn't ready for that sinker.
And that's a strike. Zimmerman behind on the count. Will be careful. There's a swing, line drive, center field, and it's through. Credit Zimmerman with a single, and he scores.
He tries to sneak one down and in to get the strike 3 call, but he fights it off. Outstanding job at the plate.
And that is so demoralizing for a pitcher. You work so hard to get ahead in the count, and then you give up a base hit. And Morse is batting. Just one player picking up after another, Steve. This is a good offensive show going on, and they're climbing the ladder with it.
And Gary, you can never underestimate the importance of an early lead. It can allow the pitcher to go right at the hitters and pitch with confidence.
Line drive, and another. Wow, that hitting coach is smiling.
They tried to go down with that 0-1 pitch, but it gets blasted right back for the base hit.
But the way he went after that in the box, Steve, it looked like he might have been guessing down there.
Well, I'll tell you what, you have to make contact behind in the count. He got a pitch over the heart of the plate and took advantage of it.
Here's Jason Worth at the plate. Passes on that low outside pitch, 1-0. At the belt, the 1-0. Worth. Ooh, did he get that one? Say goodbye. A 3-run homer. Gives his team a 5-run lead now with a big 3-run knock. That is a big hit with a big outcome. The WPA graph shows you just how big it was.
Well, second home run this inning he's given up here, Gary, and they must be figuring something out.
He's got to be wondering whether or not they're reading the signs from the catcher here.
Now, something's going on.
Got a chance to check out the Reds here. Let's look at their defense. So, John, any individuals stand out?
Well, Jay Bruce had a learning process in the outfield at the major league level, but he has really adjusted well to it. And you're talking about a guy with one of the strongest, most accurate throwing arms. Jay Bruce today, if he's challenged, is going to throw someone out.
Bases are empty with no one out. Swings and misses. The sinker, 0-1.
Well, he was way behind on that one. Must have been looking for something else.
Right, Leak quickly ahead on that pitch. It goes to 0-2. The pitch. Tried to get him to follow the sinker, but it's 1-2.
And when he can keep that thing down and away, it's nearly impossible to hit.
Swung on, hit down the line and left. This one into the corner. Goodbye, home run. Well, I don't know what's going wrong for these guys, extending their lead to 6. Solo, big shot.
Well, they're really taking advantage of him right now, Gary. With 2 at-bats and 2 home runs, and he clearly doesn't look comfortable out there.
A little conference on the mound might not hurt here with either the catcher or pitching coach.
Got to love the approach of the Nationals right here, Gary. They're approaching it exactly the right way.
Nobody on base and nobody out. Sinker swung on, missed, 0-1. And first inning, Steve, we see first inning runs, but this is a whole lot more than that. Big home runs, big lead, a lot of fireworks. So there's a swing and a smash. This one's going to be fielded by Stubbs. No problem for him as he gets that out.
Catcher, number 3, Wilson Ramos.
And Ramos now will come to the batter's box. Swings and misses. The sinker, 0-1.
Well, National League East has a lot of depth in it with pretty good baseball teams, but the Reds fared very well, coming away with a above 500 record.
Swinging a drive, deep left center. Stubbs, a lot of ground to cover, and he did it. And that is a real dramatic change because over the last couple of decades, the Reds have kind of been feasted on by the teams in the National League East.
But Dusty Baker had his team playing very inspired baseball, good power arms in the rotation, some depth in the bullpen, and a lot of power and speed on offense.
And we'll get to see Travis Wood pitching. They've decided it was time to make a change here. And Wong's in the box. Base is empty and 2 down. Swing and a hot shot. Wow, they deal some serious damage. First inning really starting out with a bang. The Nationals lead 6-0. Washington is our city. Nighttime baseball here in the nation's capital on a gorgeous evening. And it's Brandon Phillips now. Phillips grounds it. There's Desmond. And so Phillips retired.
Right fielder, number 32, Jay Bruce.
And it's Jay Bruce in the box now.
Compared to how the Nationals have done in the past against the National League Central, nothing to be ashamed of in 2010. Just a game under 500 against that division.
He swings on that 0-0 delivery, misses the fastball. Strike 1. And that number, just about 500 for the Nationals against the Central, indicative of how they played almost every team in that division.
Well, it's about baby steps right now. You have to continue to make progress and understand you're not going to completely turn your team around. Young kids getting better at the major league level and improving, and that's what they're doing.
Swing and a miss. Slider, 2 down.
When you're getting guys out with 3 pitches, you know you're dominating.
That's the time when you know you are definitely in the zone, and he was on that at bat. It's going to be Hernandez. Batting 3 for 9 lifetime off Wong. Here's the pitch. Starts him out with a sinker for a strike.
Well, that's textbook use of the sinker. Down and away, pounding the strike zone. Good pitch.
And with 2 strikes on him, Hernandez, he doesn't want to go down swinging here. swung on, grounded towards the hole. And they get him at first base. Good hustle by the pitcher to get over there.
Now, great work by the pitcher there. He normally not called upon to play first base. He does a nice job completing the task and getting the out.
Well, that was a quick inning right there. 7 pitches. And here's Rick on Keel. He homered earlier in the ball game.
Rick Ankiel.
And he starts Ankiel out. He swings and drives this one. This one's going to be fielded by Stubbs as he hauls it in.
The Washington Nationals, second baseman, number 18, Danny.
Here's Espinosa as he sets in. He doubled and later scored in his last go-around. 1 out, nobody on. And that's by him 0-1.
Boy, he just couldn't wait for that changeup to get in the strike zone. You can't try to chase it. You have to let it come to you.
Here's one hit very well deep. And Stubbs pulls it in.
Third baseman, number 11, Ryan Zimmerman.
And it's Ryan Zimmerman at the plate. Zimmerman in the box. Here's the delivery. Zimmerman contacted a foul ball. No balls, 1 strike. Here's Wood. Zimmerman again with a foul ball.
Foul!
Wood gets set and delivered. Fastball is a waste pitch that time. 1-2. And he strikes out Ryan Zimmerman on a swing and a miss. And they aren't able to get anything going in this half inning. 3 up, 3 away. Washington 6, Cincinnati nothing. And welcome to those of you just tuning in. 2K Sports, Major League Baseball. This is Gary Thorne along with Steve Phillips and John Crook. And a swing and a miss on Wong's pitch. 0-1. Ramos spotting the pitch. Jin-Ming Wong, he runs the count to 0-2. Swing and a miss on the sinker. 1 away.
But just a great sequence of pitches right there, and it only took him 3.
Boy, that's about as fine a job on the mound as you can get. Frazier in the box. Nobody on base. 1 away. Slider swung on and missed. 0-1.
Look, Gary, 0-1 count. I'm looking for him to come right back with that fastball.
Fastball swung on. Can't make contact and behind on the count 0-2.
The hitter's got to be in defense mode right here. Just looking to make contact. Got to shorten up the swing.
And he looks at a called 3rd strike on the slider. 2 down.
That's a lot of movement there for a pitch at 87 miles per hour.
He fed him a fastball on that last pitch, John, and then locked him up with movement to finish him off.
Oh, did he ever? That was a great sequence. Show him the heat and then drop one right in on him the next pitch.
2 outs, bases empty. Lays off a called strike. 0-1.
Well, that's textbook use of the sinker. Down and away, pounding the strike zone. Good pitch.
Here's the 0-1 from Wong. Called strike, and he's behind now. 0-2. Here it comes. Fastball swung on and missed, and the side's retired. Nothing doing here in this half inning. No production yet from Cincinnati. Heart of the order due to bat next.